Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Slalt Cast. I'm your host Daniel, and I'm joined today by my co-hosts Caden, Blake, Lachlan, and Kobe. Before the episode starts, I'd like to ask that you take the time to please give us a positive rating wherever you're listening, and to follow our socials at Slaltcast on Twitter and Instagram.
And so I said,
"Fuck my wife."
So Boma, mate, you recently turned 21.
I did, that's correct.
Wait, what?
Unfortunately, we couldn't have a gathering due to quarantines.
Or so we all thought until you all shut up.
So would you like to describe what happened on that fateful evening?
Well, it was about 4:00 in the afternoon. I just finished my exam, and I wanted to go for a run because I think I've been having to get out of the house. I'm just like everyone. I think you all need to get out in this time. And so I was like, I'm going to go for a run. Mum, see you later. It's my birthday. I don't care. I'm going to do it. She goes, no. Dad's coming home soon. I'm like, so what? I'll just see him, after I come back. And she's like, oh, no. He wants to see you on your birthday. It's like, well, he'll see me when I come back. She's like, no, stay. I'm like, okay, whatever. Makes you happy, I'll stay. So I did. And about 5:00? She's like, I'll come outside. The neighbours want to say happy birthday to you. I was like, oh, okay. So I walked outside, and the bloody bin was on the front lawn.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the pictures of that, and obviously saw it in the flesh.
Oh,
that's pretty spectacular.
Don't get me started on that. Anyway, the bin was out there, and it was like covered in balloons and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. The neighbours are probably gonna just, wave and say happy birthday. Yeah, it's nice. They did, and then Mum's like, oh, you just have a beer. I'm like, what? A beer?
Alison, get you on the gear.
So I was, I know. And so I was drinking my beer on the front lawn, just next to the bin. I was like, what is happening? What is Dad bringing home? Because he wasn't home. He was meant to be about, 10 minutes after I walked outside. I was standing there. I was like, what's going on? Something was happening. And I was really confused. What?
Something.
Someone was coming. Maybe one person was going to come and visit, and they were going to bring me a surprise. I don't know. Well, it wasn't one person. It was all the boys came down the street blasting "Don't Look Back in Anger" to my surprise.
So Blake, do you want to pick it up from the boys' perspective? What happened from our point of view?
Mate, that poor bloke. So we pulled up at the school in that little side bit moment,
bus
if you get
bay
what
thing.
I mean. Yeah, up the street. Yeah. There's this one poor bloke just sitting in there on the phone or something. When about 10 fucking boys show up, just all trying to organise. He's just looking around out of his car.
Cars also.
Yeah.
Waiting bay.
It was I don't mean 10 boys 10 different guys. I mean 10 cars full of guys, right? And we're all sitting there. This poor bloke's just looking around, what the fuck is going on? He must have been so uncomfortable. And then we're trying to sync up the music and shit, and then we got told that you had an exam, so we just went, oh fuck it, let's just go. Nothing synced up. We just went down the street and I'm like, oh yeah, you'll enjoy this. I hope he's out front.
I sure was, and I saw the Dom's our mate Dom, his car. So as soon as I saw the jelly bean, I was like, okay,
yeah, something's happening.
Something's
what's
happening.
going on here?
And then the music was in sync as well, so that was pretty cool.
Was it actually?
No, it was.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure. And then you all parked, and then you all got out of the car and probably moved a bit too close together.
Nah, what do you thought about it? Social distancing was upheld at every moment.
Oh, 100%. So that was hilarious. And then you stayed for a bit, and that was pretty cool. And you got me a record player with Abbey Road, which was my first ever record.
Have you been enjoying that? Or?
I have been, and it is up on the shelf right now. There it is.
Nice.
Have you invested in any more records, Boma?
I have not. I've got lots of JB Hi-Fi gift card vouchers, though, so we will be spending up. We will be very soon.
Yeah, you got to check out Discogs and stuff. Discogs sponsor us, by the way. Yeah.
What would you spend them on, Boma?
What do you? Oh, the vouchers.
Yeah, what would you possibly buy?
I don't know.
Oh, imagine vinyl, Caden.
Yeah.
50 vinyls of Don't Look Back in Anger.
You don't need that many. Jesus.
Hey, what if?
47 will do the trick.
What if we record the price line "Don't Look Back in Anger" on vinyl?
Like a proper
Proper record.
recording. unlike the shitty video we made, which apparently you guys talked about last week.
Yeah, it
is...
featured pretty heavily. It's good to hear that you've listened to the episode, bro.
Yeah.
Now, speaking
Sponsored
of things
by
that
his
have happened,
own friends.
Speaking of things that have happened since last week, Kobe, mate, you've gotten back into Rainbow Six a bit.
Yeah, I have.
Is there any particular reason
Yeah.
as to why you've gotten back into Rainbow Six?
Alright, so this... Can I plead my case before you guys...
You can plead your case.
start?
I'll
Alright.
interject where I deem necessary if
No,
the
this
facts
seems-
start to stray.
This seems so unfair.
Anyway.
So, as a lonely virgin boy, I have recently, and by recently I mean by like since January, I've been on Tinder. Because, you know,
For the uninformed, what is Tinder?
Tinder is where you meet people and you judge them solely on photos that they put up on the internet, right?
Damn,
So
must be
not
why
great.
I'm doing too well. Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Why the fuck are we explaining what Tinder is?
Hey, Boba, do you know?
Some
Oh,
people
The
don't know what
uninformed?
Tinder
What, the
is.
fucking minors?
Who knows? Who knows?
Hey,
Anyway,
I'll take
digress.
whatever audience we can get.
Yeah, I digress.
Are you
Of
not
course
taking
you
this
would,
podcast
Dan.
to the primary schools?
Oh no.
I hope not. I
Oh,
sincerely
no.
hope not.
And this segment of the podcast is called Taking It Down a Dark Road.
The Cardinal
So-
Pell Hour.
I digress. So, on here you meet a variety of different women. I am straight.
Just women?
Just women. Alright? And because there is such a wide variety of females that exist, some are bound to play games. Anyway, I had fried my motherboard within the same time frame of which that I had been using Tinder. So I had this old shitty PC that could barely run anything. And I so happened to read a lovely young woman's bio about my age. When I say young,
When you say about your age,
I am 20. She was also 20.
that is
So-
your age.
Your
That
age.
is my age. Look, I'm just, you know. Anyway, I've lost where I am in the story
So
now.
you read a
Sorry. I was
bio?
reading a bio, and it just so happened in her bio she was a gamer. She liked gaming, you know. So.
So
And
you're
in her
advanced.
bio, she said, "I'm really only looking for people to play R6 with me." And then, as I'm reading that, I go, "I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in a very, very long time."
Now I'm gonna jump in, Kobe.
I want no, hold on.
I'm gonna jump in. Did you swipe right on this chick?
I did swipe right because
And-
she was very pretty.
Did she, in fact, swipe right back on you?
No, since January, I've still got zero matches.
So Kobe.
Wait, is swipe right the good one or the bad
Yeah,
one?
that's the
That's the good one. That's it. Don't pretend you don't know,
I
but
don't know.
Why-
Okay.
This is why we're explaining Tinder, guys. Come on.
I've used it
Yeah,
once and
exactly.
it turned out to be a
Exactly.
disaster.
People like
So
Boba
I can't remember.
So
So-
Kobe, would it be a fair assessment to say that you're in fact simping for this chick you didn't match with? You're,
all right. So I didn't expressly swipe right just to play Rainbow Six with this female. I was reminded of Rainbow Six existing, and I said, "Oh, I want to play that when I get when I fix my computer." Because again, my computer was broken. So even if she was to have swiped right, I wouldn't have been able to play R6.
I don't know. All I'm hearing is that you're playing R6 for a chick that you didn't
You-
match with on Tinder. That sounds
you
like
have
some
you
simp
have
behavior
literally
to me.
joined an island of a random female on Animal Crossing off of Tinder.
See, the difference is I matched with her though.
Oh.
That's where the difference is.
I just feel like nobody. I feel like that I'm, you know, in a different league. You know.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going with this bit.
He's not saying a better league. He's just saying a
Just a
different.
different
Yeah, a
one.
different league. You know. Yeah. I just think that I'm a bit, you know, too advanced. For,
That's what it is.
I don't know where this bit is going, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dan, how's your Tinder life going?
Hey Dan, how's sex?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
What does that taste like?
What flavor is that?
I don't
Well,
know, Blake.
Now we're really blazing.
You tell me,
through these
Blake.
points, which I intended to last an hour, but hey, the next one is simply titled "Bumper to Bumper."
Some catered English.
Now, Kate,
Um,
are you gonna?
Yeah.
You want to give us an explanation of what that may refer to? This is quite a story. Have you, Blake and Bomer? Have you heard this one?
it was in the chat, wasn't it? He didn't. He like.
You were there.
It was a meaning, yeah.
Our chat was
Didn't know the
named
meaning of
Bumper
it.
to Bumper for like
For
a
a
good
long
like
time.
4 weeks.
For
Yeah.
a while.
Okay, did you want to give the story for the listeners?
Well, when referring to traffic, one refers to traffic as bumper to bumper, but not for the reason that I believed it was. Bumper to bumper is referred to when two cars are literally bumper to bumper, whereas for whatever fucking reason, I believed it was bumper to bumper, as in like you've hit something. Oh, that's just the sound the cars make when they hit each other. They go bumper to bumper.
Now, for context, Caden tells us this. We're playing games one night, and
So no, all right. So Kate,
Why the fuck do you need context? That's it. There's
No.
No, it's funny. The
There's a lot
story
of-
of how you told us was fucking
there
hilarious.
is
as
a
well.
lot of context. So we were playing one fateful night. We were playing a league game, and in all of his wisdom, unprovoked, he blurts out, "I know this is a stupid question."
No, I
Wasn't
said
it
you
just-
want to
no,
hear
no,
something
sorry.
stupid.
I have something stupid to say.
Yeah, that was it. And then he goes to explain what he thinks bumper to bumper means. And
Well, it's
I don't-
one of the most glorious moments.
just some of the wisdom that comes from Caden's mouth is unparalleled.
Speaking of wisdom,
Look, I've learnt to preface it now by saying, "Hey, do you want to hear a dumb thing?"
But that doesn't make it any less stupid.
No.
No, it
You
doesn't.
said
But
that,
it
we're
just
gonna be
means
ready
that
for
I
that.
clearly know it's stupid.
no, it's good. He's come to understand and
Yeah.
accept.
I've accepted who I am and what
I swear,
am.
you did say something, Caden. It was only a matter of days ago that it was something similar to that, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, was it
something
was it
similar.
female bartender?
Was it?
Again, so
It could have been.
unprovoked. Caden asks Noah and I, what's a female bartender called? And it's just a bartender, right?
No, do you want to know the actual story?
I would love
This
to
is
know
the actual story.
No,
You
let's-
No, it
unprovoked.
fucking wasn't.
All right, yeah, it was.
Okay, because ideally it was. I was trying to fill out a fucking summary of one of my songs, and my brain, for whatever reason, farted for like a good 30 seconds, trying to think of another word or another name for bartender, but like a female version. So instinctively, my brain's like, barista, barista. There we go. That works. And then my brain was like, wait, no, that's
Speaking of dumb shit, in the vein of bumper to bumper,
Oh fuck! Here we go.
I think Blake knows. I mean, you
It's
suggested we
my
talk
moment
about
to shine,
this.
is it?
So-
Oh,
Blake,
fuck.
Blake, no. Blake, can you just give us a rundown of how
I got it.
Amazon works?
I got it. Okay, so Amazon, it's a delivery service. They're real speedy. Tell you what, they get it there quick. So this happened on New Year's Eve, and I was went to the night. We
Was
got
it New Year's?
all good.
Fuck, that's right.
It was New Year's Eve. Yeah, we all went out. We got
Was this
fucking.
one? No, this wasn't the one I was down. This
Yeah,
was
it was.
live.
Honestly-
this was this year. It was
Honestly-
No,
January
it wasn't
this
because
year.
I wasn't there. I swear I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
yeah, you were.
You
I
were
don't
you, Caden?
fucking
Oh,
remember who
fuck.
was
Away
there.
from the
You don't remember-
everything.
But I
You were
didn't
here for
think
like a
it was
day,
that
you
one.
went back home.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was that one. I thought it was another one.
What?
Yeah, we have-
New Year's Day was there this year?
Fucking past one.
Hey,
I didn't think it was this year. I thought it happened earlier.
It was. Well, it
Get
definitely
fucked.
wasn't the same one that Joseph was having a fun time. That's a story for a
Oh,
later
yeah.
podcast.
Oh, he was still having a fun time though, but that is still another story
And
for
there's
another
so many
time.
stories. We should do an episode dedicated to New Year's stories. But anyway, continue.
No. Why don't we just fucking Dr. Phil this shit and get both subjects in the room?
No, we have. I think for Joseph, for both of Joseph's stories. Actually, you know,
Do they fit in a room?
Fish has been
Alright.
asking to get on the
Oh.
podcast. He wants to
Alright.
guest, so we could get.
Oh, that'd be
Joseph and
great.
Fish.
That'd be great.
Anyway, so this New Year's, we're getting a big groove.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this news, we went out, we had a great night, we're all fucking wasted.
This fucking mansion of a house.
Yeah, it
Mad.
was fucking
there was
huge.
a bread bowl.
Bro, there's
Oh,
the fucking
hold on.
elevator. What do you
There's a
mean a
lift.
bread fucking bowl?
The
There
bread
was a
bowl, the
lift.
bread bowl, and Caden.
That's.
Yeah, only Caden.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, there were many
Fucking-
people, but Caden was the first.
Like, is there video
was-
evidence of a certain? So I think there might be.
Oh, I don't, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know,
Or at
Boma.
least getting in.
You tell me. Yeah, I got in the shower.
You got
okay.
in.
Anyway, back
then
to
you-
the story. Yeah, it was real hot. Back to the story. You know, night was great, and ended up getting a lift home, and I was like, I'll just stay at the missus' house. You know, make it easy. Go back home tomorrow morning. And I got back to her house, and my phone was almost dead because, you know, it's fucking like 4 a.m. on New Year's and phone's gone. I'm like, you know what? I've got a great idea. Phone's got 5%. Fucking here we go. I'm smart. I'm gonna order a fucking phone charger off Amazon. It'll come tonight. I can plug in my phone, you know, charge it and go home in the morning. You know, I'll just order it off Amazon. I didn't click until after I fucking bought it that the phone charger is not gonna magically appear at the fucking house. And that, you know, it takes more than like 3 minutes to get it. Yeah, so, you know, I spent $25 on this phone charger and didn't get it for like 2 weeks. But
Were you just waiting at your front door,
Yeah,
Blake, just
didn't
standing
work
there
at all.
staring out into the street?
no, I bought it, and as soon as I bought it, I was like, oh fuck, I'm stupid. Like, I just sat there. I was just like, oh fuck, I got to tell someone about this one, you know. But speaking about other dumb shit I've done lately, this is a new one, you know. So I've decided to buy a new desk for the study, right? And I want to get a longer desk, but the problem is that if I get a longer desk, I can't open the door for the balcony. So what I've decided to do was flip the massive glass sliding doors around the other way, so the door opens the other way.
Jesus Christ.
Problem is that, you know, if you flip them, they don't fucking fit.
Yeah,
So
I'd
what I've
imagine.
decided to do was unscrew the sliding doors from my bedroom and swap
God.
them
Oh,
with the sliding doors in the study.
What?
So, if anyone comes to my house, you'll see that there is a lot of holes in the door, but it is done. I did pull it
So you
off
managed
after
to do
about
it.
12 hours with my dad, but it's done. It's just... I don't think it was worth it. Honestly, I don't think it was
Sound
worth
like
it.
it was worth it.
My bedroom door doesn't close properly anymore, so the balcony door's always open.
Nice, nice.
So why did you want a longer desk? Is my question.
I don't know.
Was this for your
Longer
work or was this for the
desk.
study?
I just wanted one, you know. One thing led to another. We're moving 200 kilo doors through the house.
Isn't where your desk is, like the corner of the room is there? Then why don't you get a corner desk?
Because I want to look out the window.
You know what? I empathise with that.
I empathize with that. Okay, I get that.
But yeah, these doors are, I'm not even fucking joking, like 200 kilos
Yeah, no,
each.
they're
They're
full on,
heavy.
Yeah.
And we had to move them like through the house. It took a very long time.
Which seems unnecessary.
Look, the
Lift
doors
that
in the
up.
study look great.
I
The,
bet they do.
the bedroom, on the other hand, is fucked. Like, they actually, they're not
you
good.
reap what you sow, really.
Yeah, it's fine. I can always just chuck an extra blanket on, you know, we'll be good.
You got a permanent breeze now. Just in time for winter.
It's not really winter
Uninstall
yet.
the air conditioning, you know.
The worst part is it's not even that cold yet. Like, I haven't even got into like winter
it's-
yet. Like proper winter.
Yeah,
Like,
you're kind of
How
screwed.
warm is it in your room of a night?
it's cold. It's already cold.
It's very
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
cold.
But it's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
Does anyone find it difficult getting out of bed now? Is it so
it's
cold
been
in the morning?
horrendous. It's been
It's
horrendous.
not
Yeah.
that fucking bad.
Yeah, because
I
you
don't know why
live
it's all
you live
the
pretty
problem.
much in Queensland. The sun shines 24/7.
You have
Whereas
a
us down
point,
south,
but
it's a little
still, I'm
trickier.
fucking up at 6 o'clock smoking meats, and you're fucking complaining. I gotta get up at 8. It's fucking cold.
Can you please stop the innuendo? We don't need to hear about what you're doing in meats.
I'm fucking playing with meat at 6 in the morning.
Just you wait, Caden. If you come down, just for one night, you will.
I lived there, Boma.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
but
what
you
it's
know
like.
You lived here 5 years ago. Go fuck yourself.
Whoa.
That's a big difference.
Climate change has happened in that time. Like,
Climate change is real.
We all know it's the 5G causing the coronavirus.
it is. It is.
Yeah, got to
5G.
take down those towers, you know? Fucking burn them to the ground.
Did you see the creator, or like the writer or something of Black Mirror? He posted that like he's having trouble.
It's too
writing
dark to
the
be
next
able to
season.
write.
Yeah, because it's like too real.
Times are too dark to be able to write Black
That's
Mirror
how we're
episodes.
fucked.
Yeah.
Hi, Dan here from the future. Well, when you're listening, I guess it's still the past, but the future from when we recorded it. Anyway, I'm jumping in here while I'm editing to let you know that I've just had to cut out a 20-minute section where we discussed many things, such as the COVID protests, Elon Musk, but it was mostly just Kobe rambling about politics, and honestly, it was just fucking boring. So if we reference one of these things in the rest of the podcast, take solace in knowing that you really aren't missing anything interesting.
Just fucking Dan, just cut this whole fucking section off.
yeah,
This is
speaking
all-
of-
Speaking of world politics on Reddit, there was a bit of an uprising
My point-
recently.
My point being.
Oh, no, fuck. Hi, Future Dan here again. I've once again had to cut out more of Kobe's political ramblings. We here at the Slalt Cast thank you for your patience in these trying times, and hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Hey, speaking of world politics on Reddit, there was a bit of an uprising. Like, you're the one that brought this to all of our attentions. Do you want to give a summary?
What
of
subreddit was it again?
It was r/world politics, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
fucking. Okay, so world politics on
Like,
Reddit,
you
right?
brought this to the table. How do you not remember?
Yeah, you know what?
He's a bit groogy. We're all a bit groogy.
Yeah, you know.
He's a bit groogy.
So what's happened is people are starting to realize that world politics is basically just a shitstorm, including the mods just not caring about anything. So now it's turned into a hentai platform.
Yes.
It is honestly one of the fucking funniest things I've ever scrolled through in my life. There's fucking Minecraft. I'm on it right now. There's Minecraft.
It's
A
just
lot
karma
of
farming.
porn.
It's
It's just-
karma farming.
It's just out of hand. I don't think that shit's ever gonna recover at this stage,
And
honestly.
then, didn't
Well,
they-
if you want legitimate world politics news, you can go to
is it
r/anime
titties?
underscore
Yeah.
titties. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Hi, Dan here, once again. I'd like to apologise for how disjointed this podcast has become. We're extremely drunk when recording this, and it's turned into a bit of a mess. Well, fucking, didn't you pick a $30 horse the other day, Blake?
Oh yeah, that was fucked. That was weird.
See what I mean? Dumb fucking luck.
Dugan sends a
I
message.
don't know
in the
anyone else who
morning.
could do it.
Dugan sends a message in the morning. Oh, you have any tips for today? Me just sitting at home, not gambling that day because I was studying for exams. I was like, nah, I just gotta stop. Like, it's bad. And yeah, Dugan sends a message like, oh, I got any tips? I was like, look through quickly. I'm like, oh yeah, this $30 shot looks alright. And yeah, we chucked Dugan chucked $50 on it to win, just like on my word. Just going, yeah, it looks alright. I put $10 on it just because he put $50 on it. I wasn't even gonna bet on it, but I felt bad if it was gonna lose, so I put $10 on it. And Joseph, I think, backed it as well. And yeah, it ended up winning, and we all won fuck ton of money.
Dude, made, $1,500.
Yeah,
off just
that
a
was
random
Jesus.
call.
Yeah, I
Oh,
won like
Joseph won 1,000.
yeah, I got like 300.
But race days have been pretty huge during the old coronavirus. Remember that first one?
Oh,
We
the
all got
first
Everyone
one.
dressing up.
If you come fourth, take a
fancy
shot.
up. Yeah. So basically, what happened? We decided we're not going to let Rona keep us down. It was race day at Ramwick. But obviously we couldn't get out to the track, so instead we all the boys, suit and tie on.
No,
jumped in
just
a
tie.
video-
Just
jumped in
tie,
a
no
video
suit.
call.
Come on.
I had my suit jacket. Jumped in a video call, and we were all gambling for the day. And then Duggo brought in some pretty interesting rules. Do you wanna get into that, Blake?
Oh, so basically, Doggo came up with the brilliant idea because we kept coming fourth, you know, because on that day the track was wet, if that makes sense. So like a lot of like outside horses, like the bigger odds horses, were winning over the favorites. So Doggo came up with the rules that if your horse came fourth, you needed to take a shot. So, as you could imagine, all of our horses started coming forth.
Well, it wasn't all the horses. Only you and Duggo ever came forth.
So, yeah, we got pretty shit-faced by the end of it. Then it was like 9 o'clock at night, and we decided to play some online poker, you know.
Well, no, before that, the shot game got upped. For the big races at Randwick and Flemington, it was if you didn't win, you had to take a shot.
Oh, yeah.
And if you didn't bet on the race, that counted as losing. So pretty much we were all taking shots no matter what. Oh, we were hammered by the end of that.
Yeah, you want to know the worst part? The day was over, and Duggo decided, you know, we're going to play some online poker. You know, just some random app on the App Store. It's some good fun. And, you know, halfway, you know, it's like 9:30 at night. I'm watching a movie and just playing a bit of poker, and Duggo's doing shots while playing on his phone. Like, sitting there, it's like on his own, it's like 9 o'clock at night, just doing shots. I'm like, what is going on?
Now, Bowman mentioned it before, but I think that was the same night as your hot chocolate creation.
I think it
Blake,
was.
Blake, can you do me a favor? Can you give us a step-by-step process, like a recipe guide of how to make hot chocolate?
Step one. Grab chocolate chips for chocolate chip cookies out of your
Alright,
coffee.
you've already fucked it up.
I have not fucked it up.
No, let him go.
His recipe, come on.
There
Let's
is
the
no
man speak.
Nesquik in this equation, therefore it is invalid.
What about Milo?
Step two. Put chocolate chips into cup that you're going to be making your hot chocolate in. Step 3. Pour cold milk on top of said chocolate chips. Step 4. Drink.
So we're playing
Nothing
poker.
about that is hot.
You forgot the microwave step.
So we're playing poker, and we receive an image from Blake that is, as you may expect, it was a mug with just milk in it, and then chocolate bits floating in the top.
It's cursed. It's cursed.
Looks like Blake picked out his fucking dingleberries and sat it in his milk.
Mate, it is the greatest hot chocolate you can make.
Blake,
I would
you
also
are the
like to
reason
say
why we
that
can't
I
have
did
nice
actually...
things.
I
When
did
you
put it in the
microwave
microwave.
it, but you didn't give us that context.
No, it was great. Actually,
Blake, you are the reason we cannot have nice things.
Sorry, bumper to bumper. All I know is that a lot more people are gambling a lot more since coronavirus started because there's nothing else.
But not all the oldies, because they don't know how to use the online stuff, because they rely on all the pokies at the pubs.
Pretty much
and all that.
anyone under the age of about 55 have like started like really getting into it.
I feel like it's a generalization.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah, it
true, because
is.
like you get... I find the funny ones is like ScoMo. What's the first word he's going to say at his next press conference?
Or it depends on the tie colour and
Good
stuff.
is 4-1.
Yeah.
Mate,
And
you can
morning
bet
is
on the
like 10 to
weather.
1.
You
weather?
can actually
That's-
bet
that's
on the
good.
weather. Like,
Yeah, you can bet on the weather.
Is it going to be an odd or even number at 10 a.m.? 2 to 1
What
odds.
is
God, I
what are
love this
everybody's
country.
thoughts on the NRL? I know it was
Thoughts
like
about
sports
that.
coming
It's a
back?
good sport.
yeah, but yeah, like how it's coming back, what it's going to be doing.
I've-
I know it was touched.
They're
on
going to be
last
playing
week, sorry,
football.
but-
That's what's going to be happening.
Well,
I
it's like
think it's
fucking
fine.
Joe Rogan, not Joe Rogan, Dana White's Fight Island. How
That
Dana White wanted to fucking put all
sounded-
fighters
I
on an
haven't
island.
heard about this. What's this?
So the idea is Dana White wanted to bring the
Head of the
UFC back
UFC.
during all this shit. Like, kind of wanted to make it work because it's a spectator sport. You really can't make it work without spectators.
Yeah.
So Dana White's great idea was, I'm gonna buy an island and I'm gonna put UFC on an island. And it was almost gonna happen up until a point of realization, like, wait, I can't
get
buy
out
an
of the country.
island.
I think it was more he couldn't get out of the country. But
That
you're
too.
saying that it's a spectator sport, they couldn't make it work without spectators. They managed to prove that wrong on the weekend. Bloody hell. Did you
Yeah,
see
true,
any
it
of
was-
the fights? It was brutal.
I didn't see any of the fights, but it was good from what I've seen. Like, I've seen bits and pieces.
Worth watching. A good number of like combat sports have been, well, not I say good number. UFC did a pretty decent job, and then wrestling also did a pretty doing some funny stuff.
Still, I would have really fucking liked the idea of, like, just chucking all these fighters on an island. Just, like, taking away their only means of travel and be like, alright, survive.
You've heard of Love Island. Now welcome to Fight Island.
Do you know what a great show is? Too Hot to Handle. That is...
Oh no,
God.
don't.
That
Have
is-
you
that
actually
is some-
watched it?
that is
Do
some
not get me
great
started on
TV.
that.
That
That
is
is terrible
great
TV.
TV.
That is
Have not
terrible
seen it.
TV.
Only know a little bit about it.
It's
Do you
actually
want to explain
really
the premise,
funny.
Blake? Yeah.
Basically, they got a heap of really hot people on a beach. Basically, like the people that hook up with whoever they want, whenever they want, and say, "Yeah, you got $100,000 prize pool. Each time you hook up, like even kiss, anything like that, inappropriate touching, you lose money from the prize pool." It is.
Nice.
It is some quality. It is some quality TV.
It is Netflix trash. Didn't like 3 people leave it because they're like, nah, I just don't see the point in it.
Nah, one person left.
So this is literally edging the island.
One person left.
Yeah.
Yeah. One person left. The rest of them got kicked off.
Yeah.
No, okay, yeah.
It's
I don't see the point in it.
it's
have you
watched-
trash TV. There's
I
no
watched-
point to it. It's just fucking watch
I
it.
watched the first episode and I was just disappointed.
It's great.
I watched those shows to get hard, and I did not get hard.
Jesus Christ.
That's the whole
This
point.
is probably why you
Kobe.
don't... See, this is your standards coming back again, Kobe. They're just set way too high, mate. All right, you got to
I'm
bring them
joking.
down just a
I was-
touch.
I was joking, by the way.
No, you weren't.
Ah, now
Anyone
he's
interested, hit
joking.
Kobe up on 0425.
That's not my number.
I know it's not.
Living it.
No, that's
You put the top right there, and that's where we've made the cut.
Yeah, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, come
man.
on. That's not Kobe's number.
This isn't League of Legends, Caden. Come on.
0423 688. I repeat, 0423.
Come on, Blake. That's my actual number. Fucking
You know,
hell.
688.
I'm gonna bleep 3 numbers, and if you manage to guess them, you have Kobe's phone number.
It's such an easy number to guess too. What the fuck?
Yeah, you should remove the first 2 then.
2 was the hint.
Oh man.
So, restaurants and that have been allowed to reopen.
Yeah, but barely.
So yeah, seating 10 people.
Yeah, it doesn't really do much.
10-man dinner with the boys. I don't know what you're talking about, Caden. This is glorious.
Well, I was gonna say.
What if I have more than 10 boys?
That'd be ridiculous. You can't.
we have
more than
11
10
and we
boys.
cut you.
There is literally 2 other members of Verum. It doesn't matter.
But no, surely
Yeah,
we
it's
go
kind
to a pub. We book out the whole pub for the boys.
I think
Yeah,
it's not a
100%.
bad idea. But how much is there
Yeah.
going to be like a limit on how much alcohol we can drink?
I
Like,
think.
you know,
Well,
I mean,
the
if you're
tab
gonna
said
give
it's
them money,
1
Blake, I
session.
really don't think they care.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're
exactly.
counting on. But actually,
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Probably
If you're
not-
just gonna sit there and spend fuck tons of money, I don't think they
Well,
care.
has
As long
has
as
the-
you're feeding the economy, just go for it.
Has the dining like reopened for you, Caden? Like
Yeah, like it's all opened up. It's all like kind of people are saying it's going quote unquote back to normal, which it really fucking doesn't do anything. If you're like a small business or like a small restaurant, 10 people is still nothing. 10 people sitting in is almost costing you money because that's
you have to put extra
potential
staff
people
on.
who aren't. Well, you're looking at your turnovers. You want people to turn over more food. If someone comes in and eats a meal, they're going to sit there, maybe have one drink and sit there for a fucking hour. No one else can come in for another hour because the whole idea is you're supposed to only have 10 people in at a time.
Just make
So
them
if
eat
you've got-
quickly. Make them gobble it
If
up.
you've got shitty fucking customers or if you've got people who just want to come in, sit down and have a casual meal, that's great. But if they're going to sit there and linger, you've got maybe $80 sitting on there for an hour when you could have doubled that in no time just by doing takeaways.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I know
fair
a lot of the restaurants like that I've looked at down here are enforcing 1 hour booking times. Like they
Yeah.
kick you out after an hour, which is probably good.
It
for
works for like private restaurants and like really fancy high grade restaurants because they couldn't do the takeaway thing properly because the idea of the takeaway for them ended up costing more money because like quality of
That's a very-
food.
like whole workflows and that they didn't have before. To ensure
Well, it was
that
like
they
your
worked out.
your plating, your cooking, your preparing had to all change just for takeaway, and you're ending up spending more money just to earn it back to keep the doors open. It was almost just more cost effective to close the doors. So having the 10 people limit for like fine dining restaurants or like certain bars is a good idea, but holding it accountable to everyone is just a silly thing.
see,
They
the-
should reopen vinyl for 10 people though. Just
Yes.
No.
You get
No.
one come on Eileen and then they kick you out.
That appeases one person we know, and we don't want it.
Oh, jeez.
is he still here? You alive, Boma?
What?
Huh?
No, I wasn't talking about Boma.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
I mean, yeah.
you know what? Yeah, I see it.
Who are you talking about? Just we'll beep it out.
I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, just beep it out anyway. Just so
it
no one
appeases
knows.
one person, and that's it. If Come On Eileen is played, and then we
That and what's the other? Ooh, baby, do you know what that's that one?
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
that
Heaven
gonna
is a
like-
place on earth. That one.
I was listening to the vinyl playlist the other day. Bro. I can't. The first vinyl post Broner is gonna be insane.
It will. You
First
won't be able to get in.
anything.
The
That
queue will
should be hidden
The
different.
queue will be down to
Oh.
fusions. It'll be that big. You won't be able to get in.
We have to go Carmen's.
You're gonna be struggling to get
How-
into
how
a
sad
bar the
is that?
first night.
Yeah.
You're gonna struggle to go anywhere once everything
Yeah.
reopens.
Just have a few
Right.
house
You should have
parties.
seen
Wait
the
till-
shopping centre on Friday. Like, it got
Oh,
announced, oh, you could
shocking.
have 5 people over, and everyone thinks, oh fuck, I can go have a fucking party in the shopping centre. Like, that was ridiculous. Like,
Trust me, Blake. There are people having like so many people over ordering pizzas.
yeah, it's just like
Right,
it's like
it's-
5 people, not like fucking 20. Like,
Well, there's
chill.
like you can have 10 people at parks and sporting fields and that. I was down at
But the
at
world's
Ridge this
opening
morning.
back up. It's happening.
Oh, it'll shut. It'll shut again. There will be a second wave, 100%.
Oh, absolutely.
But the
Especially
ratings
if
are
going
going.
into
I don't know if
winter
they'll shut it down though, Boma. I don't know if they can.
We might not be able to
Yeah,
afford
that's what I
to
mean.
shut
I
down.
think like if you shut it down again, I don't think like half the businesses will ever recover.
100% there's going to be a second wave,
So
and
many
it will
of
be
them can't
bad.
recover at the moment, let alone if you shut it down again.
I'm concerned about theaters. If I'm being
No,
honest.
There's
bring
no
back the
movies.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
Jeez.
they're losing money on rent. Whether they're actually going to be able to reopen if this goes for too much longer.
Yeah. Well, you can't predict what's going to happen if everything was to reopen.
Honestly, someone
Well, you
should-
can.
One
Well,
movie.
I mean, you can, but like you get 0 confirmed cases. That doesn't mean that it's eradicated from one part.
No,
It just
100%.
means 0 people have 0 people have tested positive.
Exactly.
Right? There's no doubt there is going to be a second wave, depending on where they open it between now and if there's a vaccine.
Do you reckon if there was a second wave, everyone would go panic buy again? Do you reckon
It'd
that
be
would,
worse.
or
Yes,
it'd be
it'd
worse?
be
You
worse.
reckon?
Yes,
It'd be a
everyone
worse
will
panic
panic
buying,
buying.
and then no one will follow social distancing even more than they aren't already.
So it'll exponentially.
People will be fed
get
up and just be like,
Yeah.
well, if we can't social distance and get away from it, then fuck it. What's
You're-
the point?
The alternative is it ends and people go, that wasn't that bad. I think we overreacted. When in reality,
I think that'll
we
be
didn't
the case.
overreact. We
The
reacted
perfect level of
perfectly.
reaction. Yeah.
Someone
Yeah,
threw a
and it
roll
just-
of toilet paper at one of the workers at Woolies because they couldn't buy 2. Like when this first started. Like at the Woolies that like I'm working next to, they went and threw like toilet paper at the cashier because they wanted to buy like 10 packets and they only said one per person.
I was getting harassed on the daily there.
I was like,
It's funny though, like
Jesus.
you guys seem to have copped it more than I've seen anything. Like up here, I swear nothing has
You guys are
really
very chill up
There's
changed.
there.
only like
You guys are very
15
laid
people
back.
in your town.
But that's the thing, nothing has really changed. The only thing that's changed is it's just quieter, and it was already quiet.
So there's 10 people in your town? Like...
Yeah. But it's like, people weren't dicks about it. Everyone was like, oh, well, this fucking sucks. I'll just go find somewhere else to go.
Well, it'd be
Like-
tough for you guys to even get a case up there because like,
Exactly.
you're not getting a lot of traffic. So yeah, for you guys,
Yeah.
it's not.
Like Sydney dictates New South Wales, but you're still in New South Wales.
But that was the
And-
thing. Like
Yeah.
from day one, I kept saying, I was like, we really won't see many cases, if any, up where we are. All we'll see is like financial and economic like backlash because businesses will be forced to close as of regulations, and fucking companies won't be able to keep floating because our busy seasons will be our quiet seasons, and our quiet seasons will be just kind of fucking empty.
Yeah.
I mean, Byron Bay might be nice for once without tourists. No, I'm serious.
Byron Bay's
There's
always a
so
shout.
many. Yeah, you can't get into the. It's like, isn't it like 45 minutes just to get into the town during like a peak period in summer? Is there that many people
Essentially, yeah.
trying to get in?
Yeah,
It's shocking.
essentially.
We could
This is like it's like there's only 1 or 2 roads into
Yeah.
town, so it's a shit
It's
fight.
not
All the
that good of a
backpackers.
beach anyway,
It's good.
alright.
No, it's good.
It's
Don't get me
alright.
wrong. It's the people.
It's the
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same with any of the big beaches. That's like going to Bondi is kind of garbage because it's all tourists.
Oh, because Bondi, what was it? Bondi Rescue was a thing.
It's still a thing, and it is a great
Is
show.
it still a
They
thing?
still-
It's
It
a
will
great
never
show.
end.
Bondi
It's
Rescue's
self-sufficient.
hilarious.
It will never end.
I love watching
Do
people
they still
drown.
use the same theme song?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Well, damn.
Also, probably should cut out the part where I said I love watching people drown.
I'm gonna amplify that and replay it on loop. That's our new intro.
Well, that was shit. When are we starting?
Thanks for listening. Please remember to leave a positive rating wherever you're listening from, and to follow our socials at Slalt Cast on Twitter and Instagram.